Hello to guys, WhiteForest here, and in today's video, I'm bringing to you guys a new deck profile from what I'm going to be running this Yu-Gi-Oh season. Got the two special cards right here. WhiteForest Runick. Let's get into this deck profile. So we have main deck, extra deck, and the side deck. Basically the side deck could be anything that you want. It just depends on what you're going to be playing, either your locals, your regionals, or the YCS if you're that cracked. So let's get started. It's gonna be just some simple stuff, you know, triple LZs, triple Sylvie, and then triple Rusia. And then just to let you guys know, this is a very much inspired by the GOAT Joshua Schmidt himself. We don't really play a Stellar because we kind of need our normal summon to just be a monster that even if they go interrupted, we could summon our Runick cards and we could still combo off with them. And all these have great effects where you end up sending either spells or traps, and because Runick is basically the entire deck is just spells, you get extra spells in the graveyard, which then lets you go off with your whole Runick plays. You're always going to be drawing 3 in this deck. But yeah, pretty great. And then we play the 1 Tails and the 1 Woe. Pretty great cards. They work so well within themselves. All the girls, like I was just saying, they have the send effect, and then these, when they're sent, even through Hugin or the Coral Dragon, the discard effect to pop a card, or the Hugin to discard a card to go search for that Runick Fountain, they will reset themselves. Both these cards reset themselves, which is so good in the grind game. And not only that, like, they're just so good in case you don't have a card to, like, special summon this out for free. You use that, send it, special summon, and then it just returns. Then you get to grab another card. You grab Rusia, as long as another WhiteForest card is on the field, special summon herself, and then go crazy. Anyways, let's continue. And then we have the second engine, which is the Runicks. So obviously you got the Fountain, triple tip, flashing fire, freezing curses, destruction, slumber. Those are all the 3 ofs Runicks, and then we play 2 ofs Runick Dispelling, and then 2 of Smiting Storm. Now the Joshua Schmidt version had 18 of them, and then he said that if we wanted to recreate the deck, play around like either 19 to 20 Runicks, because he felt like always gonna need more and more Runicks, which I honestly believe is the right way to play this deck, because there's times where you kind of just need more bodies. Like, you need to be summoning these extra deck of Runick monsters to be able to go into your higher synchro plays, and it's pretty nice. The Smiting Storm comes in handy, especially in a couple later turns. Let's say your opponent has a couple bodies like on the board, you make them banished for as many as you want, and it's a really good card to just deck your opponent out. And for the non-engine, I'm playing 2 talents, triple evenly match, and then triple skill drain. Skill drain is so good in this deck because you're able to flip this on your opponent's turn, and then during your own turn again, you get to just send it off of one of the girls' effects. Skill drain does not negate activation, so even if your WhiteForest monsters are on the field and you activate them, you're going to be sending for cost. Therefore, skill drain is no longer on the field and it will not negate your effects. So it lets all your WhiteForest monsters go through. It is so good. Skill drain is so broken. When this card, it's probably going to get banned or put to 1. Either or. If it's at 1, we're still going to play it. If it's banned, we're probably just going to play something else. I'm probably thinking about Bestials inside the main deck. I think it'll be great. Anyways, let's get started with these synchro monsters. We have a level 2 and 2 level 6s that are part of the non-engine. So the WhiteForest girls. It's the Zapper Shrimp, Coral Dragon, Trimaster. These 2 are more for their draw effect, and then the Zapper Shrimp is one of the cards where you could take out from a different card that I'm about to show you. And then we have the WhiteForest girls. Diabell is the one that brings out any level 7 or lower synchro tuners, which is basically you could summon either of those or the Zapper Shrimp, like I was saying. pretty good, pretty strong. And then Sylvie is basically Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in my Dino deck, where I could just put your stuff all face down, which is incredibly strong. And I love dinos, so anything reminiscent of that, I love so much. And here we have the Chaos Angel and the Chengying. Chengying works so good in the Runick strategy. Every time that you even activate a Runick card and you make your opponent banish and this thing is on the field, you're gonna not only banish your opponent's stuff from the deck, but you're also gonna be banishing cards from your opponent's field and graveyard. Extremely strong, so good. And then Chaos Angel, Light and Dark, you're running a bunch of those in this deck. And then just make a super strong boss monster. And then we have the 3 Hugin. Just play this because you kind of need it in the combo. And then the Gary, you need the body. This is how you make into the Dark and Light Chaos Angel, using this plus like Tri-Edge Master or any of the other level 6s. And then you could also do the Typhon and SP Little Knight. It's for the last 2 cards. SP Little Knight is just so good, so generic. You just always use this card if you can in any like super good meta game. And then Typhon, honestly, I don't really like Typhon. Every time that I've used this card, I end up losing the duel anyways. Like, it seems like it's one of those cards where if you have to use it, you're losing the game already. I could be completely wrong. Let me know down in the comments below. But I personally don't like Typhon. But it's also a really good card, so you kind of have to use it. But yeah, I don't know. I probably just suck, and whenever I do have to use it, I just end up losing anyways because I'm bad. And let's go to the side. This is completely not finished whatsoever, but it's what I'm running currently, just because these are kind of generic and something that could hurt pretty much any other deck. We have Ash Blossom, Ghost Sister, and Spooky Dogwood. This card is broken right now. I don't even have to explain it. Like, just people are going into time. They're summoning so many things. You end up with like 20 billion life points. Effect Veiler, it's actually a card that you could search out using your Synchro 6, I think it's the Roselia. And then I love the Bystials so much. They're like cool little dragons. Like, what's there not to like? And they're level 6s. So yeah, free Chaos Angel, free Chengying, sorry. Iris Sword Soul is in here. It was a little experimental. You could easily make this card on your board because all the girls' effects, when they're in the graveyard, you get to return one of your WhiteForest synchro monsters, and then they get to special summon themselves with their negates affected. I mean, their effects negated. Sorry, I flipped those two. And then you could obviously summon the Sword Soul after that. And then my little own goop for going first is the Gravity Collapse. You end on a Chengying, you end on a Chaos Angel. It kind of sucks that you have to banish them. Or there's times that you get like hand trapped to death and you're only left out with like some random synchro monster. You flip this whenever they summon any monster. They can't summon for the rest of the turn. They pretty much just pass. And then lastly, Rivalry of the Warlords. All your cards are pretty much just spellcasters. Besides one, I think is an illusion. So yeah, you can play under this. Other decks can't. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's going to be the end of the deck profile. If you guys have any questions for me, if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know down below. I always want to improve and get better at this game. I will be taking this deck to locals probably tomorrow. Hopefully, if I get permission, that is. And then I will be doing a vlog for you guys. I know I haven't been doing that in a little while. I've been going a lot more to locals. I think I've went like 2-3 times off camera from the last time that I did the vlogs. And yeah, I did. I managed to actually top once with Snake Eyes Fire King, like my little, I call it post ban list because I have like only one of Snake Eyes, and then I only have like one Diabell Star. But anyways, I was pretty happy. It was my first ever top. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.